All right. Good afternoon, Gina. First of all, I would like to thank you for spending time with me and accepting my invitation. I really it
Absolutely.
means really a lot to me. And to for your knowledge, welcome to this third episode of a great podcast called Meet
Yeah.
Success Buddies, where I invite guests from diverse area of life who are highly successful. And when it comes to
Okay.
health and fitness, I can't think anybody better than you. So thank you so
Oh,
much for being with us today. So first question to
thanks.
you, Zina, is like you are a full-time employee at PNG, Procter and
Yes.
Gamble, right? And then
Yes.
you started your fitness journey years ago, correct? And today
Yes.
you are helping a lot of people on their fitness and health and fitness journey. So how
Yes.
was the transition from being an overweight? Sorry, I'm not trying to be too personal, but being
No,
an
you're
overweight and then, achieving your own goal and helping people right now on their journey. So how was the transition and what was your motivation to pursue this journey?
it was really the transition was actually pretty easy for me because it was something that I knew that I wanted to do. So I got started because I kind of went into some depression after my son went away to college, and I just needed something to do, and I started gaining weight and drinking a little more than I probably should have. So I just one day I was just on Facebook and I decided to attend a boot camp class. So I went to the boot camp class and I really liked it. So I reached out to a trainer and I just started training with this particular trainer. So, he got me started. My journey was a lot of fun. He taught me how to eat healthy. And I enjoyed it. So I was like, I think this is something I could do for myself, is to help
Right.
other people. I love training and I love helping other people. So it was a pretty easy transition for me.
All right. So I hear two things. So the first thing is you were in depression, right? And you were looking for some sort of activities that will charge you up, right? That will give you kind of a purpose and motivation to go ahead, correct? And you
I,
found through this Facebook page that exercise is something you will enjoy, right? And then
yeah.
you learned, and right now you are nailing at it. So great, great to hear that.
And I
So
was having health problems
mhm,
physically, and my doctors were like, "You just need to lose weight." I was 200 pounds, so
that's a lot.
um, yeah, I know.
So would you mind if I ask you how much you weigh right now? What is your body weight?
40 pounds.
140?
Um, yep, and I was 200 pounds. The smallest I've been is 125 pounds. So I'll be doing a fitness show later on next year, and my goal is to be down to 115 pounds.
We would be excited to see you on that. So personally, myself and Neha. Gina,
Yeah.
going back again, I'm really inspired from your what you are doing in health and fitness, and I really admire what you are doing. So my second question is, so for example, let's say that somebody who is starting their fitness journey, right? So
Yes.
what you recommend them, like how they should get started?
Um, I do recommend, if fitness is something that you're interested in and you've never done it before,
Right.
I highly recommend a trainer or a coach, someone that can show you the proper ways to work out, because a lot of times you think you're doing it correct
Right.
and you may not be doing it correct, and you can cause injury if your form is incorrect, and you don't get the full benefit of the move if your form is incorrect. So I do suggest a trainer or a coach. And then just be patient with the process, because it definitely is a process and you'll have ups and downs during that process, but just never give up. It's just consistency and be persistent and just don't give up.
So I hear three things here: the consistency, persistence, and have a mentor or a trainer, right? Because
Yes.
so the role of trainer is not to just motivate you, it is just to show you the correct path. So for example, if you do kind of wrong exercise, right, in incorrect form,
Yeah.
it can make you injured also, right? So for the rest of your life
Yeah.
you cannot do exercise also, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, right? So I grew
Yeah.
up in a country, yeah, I grew up in a country, Zina, I mean, this is just my personal story, where if somebody, let's say that if you ask, give me $200, you know and then I will train you, people are like, oh my god, 200, that's a lot of money, I can go online and search it. But they don't
Yeah.
understand the importance of being a trainer, showing them the correct path. Especially I
Right.
see that in the Asian countries, where
Yeah.
they feel like, oh no, it's not something that is for me. They want to do exercise, but they feel like it's very expensive. So your
Right.
message to them would be just get the trainer, because it helps you with your motivation. At the same time, it helps you to understand the right technique of exercise, which is
Right.
important, I feel.
It is very important. Then you develop a relationship with your trainer,
Right.
and once you develop that relationship, it helps you to understand what triggers that you may have that cause
Correct.
you to fall off of your fitness journey. So we try to work with those and find other outlets when you have different triggers that cause you to have different hiccups during your fitness journey.
Awesome, awesome. Great to hear that. Uh, Again, my question is again going back. A lot of nowadays with internet, right? With Instagram, social media, right? Reels and TikTok. Gina, sorry to say that I see a lot of influencers nowadays, right? So somebody is
Yeah.
selling the idea of strength training. Somebody is selling the idea of yoga. Somebody is selling the idea of swimming.
Yeah.
Zumba classes, right? And then
Right.
somebody is telling like go and run, right? So there are like
Right.
different, I see different exercise, correct? So
Yes.
everybody has their own reason. If you ask somebody, hey, then if they have to sell yoga, they will tell you that yoga gives you flexibility, and yoga is very good for health. It will give you long-term results. But
Right.
I personally believe that strength training is really great for your bones, right? And it's a great form of exercise. So why you believe that going to a gym and doing either strength training or weight training is beneficial, and what are the benefits people can get from these strength training?
Yeah, so I think there's some benefit to all different forms of exercise.
Right,
But for me in particular, the strength training is very important because without muscle, you can't burn fat. So
true,
the muscle you build will help you to burn fat at an accelerated rate, I'm sorry, versus if you didn't have it. And as you get older, you
right,
get weaker. So it's good that you want to have the strong muscles. It helps to keep your joints strong and helps you to prevent injury from your joints. I suffer from severe arthritis, but
right.
because I do strength training, it helps to help minimize some of the pain. Is it completely eliminated? No, but it does help minimize it. So the strength training, it's good for weight loss, but it's good for just your overall health and fitness so that you're strong and healthy. And as we age, you want to be strong and you want to be able to still be physical and take care of yourself as we become older, in life.
So you do believe that every exercise, like different kind of exercises, they have certain benefits, right?
Yeah.
But
I,
we should consider strength training because it helps you in building muscles, which is important.
mhm.
Over the period of
Right.
time, when you grow and you get older, right, you need more strength, correct? So that is where you
Yeah.
feel like strength training is important.
Strength training is very
Exactly.
older.
So, Gina, again, coming back to the strength training, right? If somebody is training for 3 days a week, correct? So, do you recommend doing some sort of cardio also, even though they are not on a weight loss journey? So, for example,
Well,
when somebody is good at weight loss, like if goal is for weight loss, right? Then they have to do some sort of cardio. If the goal is just to gain muscle, do you recommend doing some sort of cardio, or does that work?
well, it each individual is different.
Right.
So it just depends on I would have to have sit down and have a consult with the individual.
Got
But
you.
cardio is good whether you're trying to gain weight or lose weight because it gets your heart rate up and it gives you a good cardiovascular system. So I recommend cardio for everyone. The amount of cardio just depends on what
Okay.
the goal is.
Got you. So in cardio in specific, you recommend running or walking?
Well, it's not necessary to run. I don't suggest running like outside on the concrete or on hard surfaces because it can be damaging to your joints, especially if you're overweight.
Got you.
That's a lot of impact on your knees and on your ankles. So I'm not against running, but it's not necessary. I'm not a runner,
Right.
but I get my go in. I don't allow most of my clients to run because a lot of them are older
Yeah.
and a little bit. So if you have to run, I suggest like indoors on a treadmill, something that can absorb some of that shock and take it away from your knees. So yeah.
Yeah, in fact, Zina, when I was studying a lot about running, so
Mhm.
some athletes who were runner in the past also they recommend like you do running if you are too fit, because it can come back to you at later stage of your life. It is a lot on your knees. So in
Yeah.
fact, you are on a weight loss. It's okay to run for some miles, but if you can lose weight if you are walking also, that is also a sort of cardio exercise.
And a lot of runners, when they run a lot, it breaks the muscle down, so they
Right.
don't muscular as they should be. So I don't recommend it for most of my clients. Yeah.
Gotcha. So it is like when you run a lot, you are just kind of like taking up off a lot of your muscles, which are your asset, right? You should not be
Yes.
taking off your muscles. You should be taking off your fat, right?
Right.
Because
Exactly.
you need muscles, right?
Yes. Exactly.
If you want to gain strength, you need to have muscles, right? Uh,
That's right.
yeah, that's right. Gina, I know
That's
that you care a lot about food. Food in the sense you eat healthy.
yeah.
When I go early morning, I see you taking like all strawberries, and all sort of good food you are eating, correct? So
Mhm.
what do you
Yeah.
think? What is the role of diet when we are on health and fitness journey? I hear somebody talking about it is 60% to 40% ratio. Somebody talking about it is like 70 to 30% ratio. So for example, what do you recommend? Like how much we have to take care of our diet, and what is the role of exercise, like what is the balance, optimum balance, I would say.
All right. And again, the diet just depends on the individual. So it's a little bit different. But as a general rule of thumb, you want to stay away from processed foods, processed meat, processed sugars.
Right.
So it's kind of like when you're at the grocery store, if you shop the perimeter of the store, is where they have the fresh fruits and vegetables. And the aisles are where you catch all the packaged food with the different preservatives and additives and things you don't need. So,
Right.
as a general, you want to stick to clean, lean meats and green vegetables, fruits and vegetables, and stay away from processed foods.
Got you. So it is, I hear that I hear
Yeah,
that diet has a lot to do with exercise, right? If you don't
diet, 80% of weight loss comes from diet.
from diet, so it's important to take care of our diet as well, right?
Absolutely. If you're eating bad and working out, it just won't work. You can't outwork a bad diet.
Yeah, and I totally get it. So Gina, I understand that food is important, right? But what,
Yeah,
like what for people who are like little bit of foodie, right? So that can they go for one or two cheat meals in a week? Is that okay or
not okay.
no?
Not okay. You don't want to reward yourself by sabotaging what you've already accomplished.
Got you.
So I would, I tell some of my clients it's okay to have a cheat meal, but
Right.
don't make it a cheat day.
Got
And
you.
then try to find other ways to reward yourself outside of food. Like you lose 5 pounds, go buy you a new pair of pants or a new shirt. So there's
Right.
other ways to reward yourself other than food. So
Got you.
yeah, I know
So
I'll
it is
cheat
like
here and
if you lose body weight, you should go and buy some clothes, right? To reward yourself that you did something better rather than eating some junk food. Like
yeah,
the food that will not help you on your journey, correct? That's what I'm
exactly.
understanding. Or go for a maybe take a vacation, right? And enjoy there, like the way you enjoy, right? Take a trip
Yeah,
to Mexico or any other country, right?
yeah. So food is not always the best reward.
Mhm.
So yeah, but I understand that we are human, so we do have breaking points. But I never recommend a cheat day. I'll say have a
Yeah.
cheat meal, but not a cheat day.
Not a cheat day, but cheat meal is not okay, but they at least it's better than having a cheat day, right?
Absolutely. And if it's in the beginning stages of your fitness journey, I never recommend a cheat meal. So you have to be pretty good into it before I recommend you say, hey, you can have a cheat meal. Yeah.
Got you. Got you.
Yeah.
I know, Gina, you like TikTok. You are on Instagram, right? So when I look at Instagram reels, nowadays, so a lot of people are, a lot of people they see a lot of people are building muscles, building biceps, triceps, and they join gym, right? and they want results immediately, that hey, I want to make this kind of body in 1 month, right? I want to look like this person in 1 month or 2 months. But practically it gets difficult once they join, right? Once they join the gym, then they'll just learn that it takes time for your body to just kind of
Yeah.
get through the weights first, right? And learn the
Right.
correct form, correct? So for example,
Right.
if somebody has joined the gym, right, and if they are not getting they are not seeing the immediate results, I would say, in 1 or 2 months, because it's a process. So how they can keep themselves motivated during that time? So for example, let's say that uh, you have a client, right? She wants to lose 20 lb, but she may not be losing in 1 month, right? So once she goes home, correct, and she's standing on the scale, and she's like, I'm the same weight, right? But
Mhm.
even though they are on the same weight, but they are still something goes inside the body, right, which they are not able to see the changes. So how they can keep themselves motivated during that time?
Well, generally when that happens, the
Right.
client just isn't honest with themselves about what they're eating.
I
So
see.
they'll say, well, I only had a little piece of that, or I only had a sip. But everything that you put in your body counts, whether it's a sip or a pinch or just a spoonful or a taste. So, first and foremost, you have to be very honest. Like, am I really following the meal plan or the diet? Did I
Mhm.
have something that I wasn't supposed to have? And
Right.
just understand that there's no escaping it. If you put it in your mouth, we're going to see the results of it, which means the scale is not going down. It may
Right.
stay the same, go up. So just know that as long as you're honest with yourself, and you're following the meal plan or the food guide, it is a process and it does take time, but you have to be consistent. You definitely have to just be honest with yourself, because I can see what you're doing when you're here, but when
Right.
you leave, I have no control of that. So just be
uh,
honest with yourself and stay positive and stay focused and just trust the process.
Yeah, that's right, Gina. Like what I understand from you, it is all about doing the exercise. You can see the people in the gym, but when they are
Yeah.
outside at the home, right, it is all about integrity. Correct. They have to be honest with themselves. They have to understand that somebody is looking at me, right? Some so it is more of a homework. Correct. I feel like
Right.
if I think about this, like if you are going for a college, right? So
Yeah.
you learn lesson from a professor, correct? But it is up to
Right.
you how you can build on it, right? So it's about doing some kind of homework, right? Being honest with
Right.
the process and staying positive, correct?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Gina, for me, I'm privileged. Neha is privileged. I'm here in this country, right? And with God grace, I'm making good amount of money so that I can
Yeah.
afford a trainer, right?
Right.
Let's say somebody who is in a different part of the world, let's say in
Yeah.
India or a country like poor countries, right? Where they don't
Right.
have access to a lot of infrastructure, and unfortunately,
Hmm.
their income is not so high. So they can't,
Right.
get a trainer. So what do you recommend to them if they want to start their strength training? Can they look for online videos and follow it, or how it works?
Yeah. Definitely follow some online videos. You can just to jumpstart your fitness journey, just get outside and be active.
Correct.
Try to participate in activities that'll get your heart rate up, get your blood pumping a little bit. But there's lots of online trainers out there. There's lots of different videos that show you different techniques. So you can definitely start that way. You don't even need any weights. You can start in your home,
That's it.
so you can get a feel for it. So there's lots of resources out there for people who may not be able to afford a personal trainer that might fit better within their budget, and help
Exactly.
them get
Yeah,
fitness
and I
journey.
will
Yeah.
personally, when I will meet you, I will get those resources, and we can list it down so that I have my friends, who cannot afford, Zina. They are like
Yeah.
good, but at this point they can't afford, so they can look
Yeah.
at those resources. That is
Right.
like that. That is something you can contribute to, right?
Absolutely.
So again, coming back to like if you have to list one or two exercises they can do without any trainer, can you name which is at the top of your head?
Squats are my favorite. Everybody can do a squat, but
Right.
squats can be tricky too if your form is incorrect. So I wouldn't maybe recommend a squat for everybody, but you can always do sit-ups for
Sit
your
up,
abs, easy. Different things like jumping jacks are good
jumping
at home.
jack.
jump ropes are nice at home. Just get out and get active. You can do push-ups at home, things of that nature. So there's a lot of things that you can use at home to
Right.
help you. Gallon milk jugs, canned goods, those are that things like that. So things like jump roping and sit
Squats,
up,
sit-ups.
things you can do at home and just kind of get you started and get you a good feel of what to expect when you go into it full blown.
Right. So we have leg days, right? We have
Yeah.
arms and chest, right? And then we have back and shoulders. So what is the
Yeah.
favorite exercise of Gina? What Gina enjoys a lot?
I like legs. It's tough, but
Which is like
I
contradictory, right? I'm sure not a lot of your clients like it, right?
nobody likes leg day. Leg day can be a little rough.
Yeah. So in anything in specific, any exercise in leg you enjoy doing,
I really enjoy doing Smith machine squats.
right?
So I see me do those. I usually do those when I'm here alone, but Smith machine squats are one of my favorite leg moves. Yeah.
Smith machine squats. Is it a TRX squat or a different
It's
one?
TRX is with the bands. The Smith machine, you just put the weights on the end of the machine and you squat with the bar on your shoulders.
Got you. So maybe advanced form of exercise when it comes to leg, right?
Yeah. So I think Joe has done those before you. I don't know if you've seen him, but it can be a little challenging. But once you get your form together, it's a very good exercise.
Right.
And dead my other favorite exercise because it works the entire body. So when I'm in a hurry, or my time is limited, I try to do deadlifts.
Deadlifts,
Yeah.
right? Got you. So
Yes.
it is like just like holding like this, right? That's the deadlift.
So a deadlift is the barbell,
Mhm.
where you're standing with your feet shoulder apart,
Right.
and over, and you're just lifting the bar up from the ground, and then you come back down low to the ground, not touching the ground, but it works your entire body.
Got you. So we have talked about all great things, so far. So I just want to understand from you, Gina, like let's say that you have a client, right? Who has joined
Right?
it, and sometimes like they may not be following the correct techniques what you tell them to do, right? They are trying their best, correct, but sometimes
Yeah.
they may not be getting it right way, right? So how
Right.
you keep patience with that, and not like yelling at your clients that hey, you are not listening to me, you are not doing the right things.
I don't think it's that they're not listening. It's just something new. And when it's new,
Gotcha.
sometimes it can take some time to get the form together, and that's okay.
Yeah.
So we just keep doing it until you get it right. So I don't yell at a lot of people unless
Right.
it's somebody I'm friends with, but I don't do a lot of yelling, but it just takes the consistency of it to get it right. And eventually you'll get it right. Especially if you're new to training, the form can be a little challenging, but if you just keep doing it and be consistent and just be mindful that we're working on your form, then it'll come. It'll come.
Definitely. So it's about being understanding the other person that like it may be tough at this point for him because it's new, but they will learn it eventually. So it's not
It
like
will
they are disrespecting you or not
not
obeying you. It
like
is
that
just
at all.
like they are learning, right?
Yeah, they're learning, and that's what I'm here for. So it's okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely. That sounds good to me, Zina. But I have
Yeah.
just like I know that a lot of people are not eating right before coming to gym. So you can have a checklist. Did you eat? Yes or no, right? Because I feel like this morning I had good breakfast, so I was feeling very good about exercise. But there are days, uh,
Yeah.
where I don't want to skip, but if I'm running that a bit, I skip, which is not good. I'm working on it right now. But you
Yeah.
recommend that you eat something and then come to gym, right?
Well, you need some when you're lifting weights. If
Mm-hmm.
you don't, weights will win every time. So yeah, of course, I don't want you to go have McDonald's, but you need to eat something healthy before you come in here and try to lift weights. Yes.
Got you. Got you. Lot of fun talks. We came to the last round of this podcast, Gina, where I will be giving you rapid fire questions. So
Okay.
these questions are like would be rapid fire, and you have to
Okay.
answer it either in a word or a sentence. So
Okay.
looking for a precise answer. So
Okay.
job at PNG or health and fitness trainer. Which role Gina enjoys a lot?
Fitness trainer.
I knew that.
I know you did.
Okay. What is one favorite destination where Gina wants to travel?
I am dying to go to Bora Bora, the
Oh,
Maldives. Yes.
Maldives. Yeah, you were talking about it, right? Yeah.
Yes.
All right. What is the one message you want to give it to younger generation right now who are just in nascent stage of their fitness journey, or they want to start their fitness journey?
I think it's good to start when you're young because it becomes a part of who you are. So if you develop those habits early at a young age, they tend to follow you as you get older. So it's you can start as you get older, but if you start develop those habits at a young age, it makes it easier for you to continue to have those habits as you go through life.
Got you. I know that Gina is very compassionate and kind. And Gina, thank you for helping us, myself and Neha, on our fitness journey. There are a lot to learn from you personally. So what is one thing, right? Why Gina should be remembered in this world? Like how people should remember you. I want that you should live 200 years. But I'm just like how you should be remembered.
So it's funny that you should ask that because I think about that. I just want people, if they don't take anything away or remember me for anything else, just for being kind to people because I try to be kind to people. I
Yeah.
try to treat everyone the same. And I think I do a fairly good job. It's not always reciprocated to me, but it hasn't changed me from being who I am. So I just want people to know that I was kind and that I was fair and that I never mistreated people. If they can remember that, then I'll die happy.
Yeah. I know, Gina, I can see a lot of compassion and kindness in your heart. Definitely, it reflects. Either I meet you outside or inside the gym.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
so kind, and that's a great way you should be remembered. And I feel like you should be acknowledged for what you are doing today. You are helping a lot of people with their fitness journey. Because they say health is wealth, right? So you are
oh,
trying to you are trying to help people with their health, help people their fitness.
yeah,
So that takes a lot of compassion, I would say. You so
yeah,
I understand sometimes you may not be treated fairly, right? That
yeah.
happens to me as well. You do all,
Oh,
yeah, you do all great work. There will be
yeah,
people who will berate you, who will try to put you down, or who will criticize you, right? But we are
right.
somebody who always try to like just be positive and try to help people the way we can, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. What is the one dream of Gina which is unfulfilled right now?
Right now, Jay, the only thing I want to do is retire from P&G. I would be happy. I don't have any big dreams. I just want to retire so I can be involved with my training full time.
Awesome. I know that, Gina, you have started working when you were young. So you are like little tired, I would say, right? And then you want to pursue this as a full time because
Right,
it's a kind of passion for you. It is not a core or a household work for you, like going to
right.
gym and helping people. So I wish you all the best on that. And Gina, we just came on this final, part of interview.
Yeah,
Before we just wind up, I would like to say thank you for
you're,
spending time with me today and doing this podcast. So it will not just help two of us. It is
yeah.
going to reach out to the other part of the world, you know, and help a lot of people. So thank you so much. It's a novel cause where I am trying to reach out to the people and bring out the best. And you accepted this graciously. I really thank you for that.
You're very welcome.
Yeah,
Thank you
and
for.
I have a small gift for you, which I will bring when I come to the gym. But thank you once
Okay.
again. Have a good day, Gina. Thank you.
Thank you too.
Yeah, bye bye.
Bye.